was actually on a videotape because my dad is a huge tennis fan, and he had this videotape at home from the big run Austria had between 88 and 90 when they ended up in the semi-finals against the United States. I think it was one of the, and still is, one of the most famous sport events in the history of our country. And I watched this videotape many times when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and that's my first memory. It was Croatia against Austria, because we went for tennis camp, and it was in Pula, and the Davis Cup tie was in Pula, so we watched the matches, and that was the first time I witnessed it live. From the first moment on, when I finally started to think about how all this should end up, ideally, my tennis career, I was dreaming about playing on the ATP Tour, dreaming about playing Grand Slams, and in the same time, of course, dreaming to play the Davis Cup. I was beginning of 2014, and Jürgen was injured at that time, and he was by far #1 player in Austria, and I was, I think, a little bit inside the top 100. So when he had to cancel the Davis Cup, it was clear that I'm gonna be invited, and then I'm gonna be even the #1 player. So it was not really a surprise, the phone call. So I got the invitation, and that was my first tie and the first time I played in Bratislava. And then the next time I played was about 1 year later against Netherlands in Kitzbühel, where I played a good season. I was ranked 30 already, and pressure with the home game, and I was #1 then, so it came all to me. I lost again my 2 matches, and then got a little bit rough. Yeah. It was against Portugal. Came off an unbelievable start of the season, and came back from Acapulco to Portugal, and I played against Gustavo Elias, and actually I think it was the first time in history of the Davis Cup that it was a 7-6 in the 5th, and it was a tough first win. Yeah. And I think since then I didn't lose a single again, so that was a good start back then. Yeah. As long as it's anyhow possible, and anyhow I think that it's gonna be fine also afterwards, I'm gonna play for sure. Yeah. I really love it. I mean, I love to spend time with all the guys, because we have a very good relationship with all the team, and I love to play for the country as well. It's my girlfriend, so of course there come up very nice memories, and she's I think a way tougher character on the court than I am, and I think she maybe handles it better to lose or to win than I do, so I can learn a lot from her. And also, she's an unbelievable Fed Cup player. She competed in the finals already. She won a lot of ties for her country, I would say, and she's in the final again this year. So she really loves it, and I think she can raise her level when it comes to play for France.